we are going to the top of Europe.
No trip to Switzerland is ever complete without actually experiencing the Swiss Alps.
This definitely feels like heaven on earth.
What better way to do that than experiencing them at the top of Europe? Yes, you guessed it right, we are going to Jungfraujoch. Welcome to part 2 of my series of visiting 4 countries in 15 days. You can find part 1 on my page. To start with day 2, we took a morning train from Zurich to Interlaken. With our Swiss travel passes, we had the luxury to travel in any train at any time of the day. Are you wondering if Swiss travel pass is worth it? Wait till the end of the video and I'll tell you all about it. The fun fact, did you know Bern is the capital of Switzerland? Well, it was news for me. People say Thun to Interlaken is one of the most scenic routes, but what we could see was this. It was a foggy day for us and we had no clue what awaits us. We reached the station in about 1.5 hours and took a taxi, headed straight to our Airbnb. The Airbnb was located next to a river. We didn't realize until the clouds cleared that we were staying in heaven. This is the view from my room on day 1 and that's how it really looked like when the clouds cleared. To tell you a bit about Interlaken, it is located in the heart of Switzerland between 2 pristine lakes. It is a seamless blend of natural beauty with adventure, thus making it an ideal starting point for countless excursions. We started off by exploring the beauty of Interlaken by foot, which is also the best way to explore this little town. Then we took a train and headed to one's called as...
We are at the most beautiful street of Europe. Let's check it out.
So the most romantic street in Lindt is the famous Brunnengasse. Most of the houses date back to the 18th century and are embellished with wood carvings. After exploring Lindt, we came back to Interlaken, did some grocery shopping from Coop, which was located next to the station, and then headed back to our Airbnb. If you live abroad, you will definitely relate to the importance of ghar ke khane ka concept. So we cooked dinner for the night and soon after went to bed. Next day started with a whole lot of excitement and energy. I pre-booked my tickets for the entire route from this website to skip waiting in line at the ticket counters. I could avail a 25% discount with the Swiss Travel Pass and it costed me around 145 euros per person, plus the seat reservations were the extra cost. Please keep in mind that this will be an expensive trip for you. For the onwards journey, I wanted to save time. So we started early at 8 am, took the new Eager Express route, that is, take a train from Interlaken station to Grindelwald terminal, followed by a 15-minute cable car ride to the Eager Glacier station. And meanwhile, enjoying some breathtaking views on the way. The last segment to the top of Jungfrau was by a cogwheel train. Here's a quick tip. When you purchase your tickets, make a seat reservation. Because without one, you might have to wait for several trains to arrive before you get a seat. Well, did you know Jungfraujoch is the location of the highest train station in Europe? The construction began in 1896 and took 16 years to complete the railway, officially opening it in 1912. After reaching the station, our visit started in the main complex of a multi-story building with restaurants and shops. Follow the tour signs into the tunnel through the mountains, visiting the attractions along the way. We also found an Indian restaurant at the top, which is pretty cool, right? The first thing that came across was the Jungfrau Panaroma. It is a 4-minute 360-degree cinematic experience. We then entered the tunnel system into the Alpine sensation. This colorful, slightly cheesy display is geared towards young kids. There is also a display about the history of the railway construction. Ice Palace was a really cool experience, in more ways than one. Carved out from the glacier are tunnels and ice sculptures. We were literally walking on a sheet of ice as we saw these sculptures. This area is kept at a very chilly -3 degrees Celsius, so we definitely needed those hats and gloves in there. At Lindt Chocolate Heaven, we got a chance to learn about how chocolates are made. There were also numerous shops selling the typical Swiss souvenirs. all that walk really made me hungry, and I was super excited to try out the famous cheese fondue. And I mean, why not do that at the top of Europe, right? I must say it was delicious and worth every penny. Then we made our way to the most anticipated part of this entire journey, that is the Glacier Plateau. We stepped outside for the most amazing views of Jungfrau and the Alps, got our photos taken with the Swiss flag and enjoyed the view.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us high.
We headed back to the train station. For the return trip, all of us were really intrigued to experience the train journey. I mean, a train ride that high seems pretty incredible, and it was probably one of the best decisions because that ride was just incredible. I mean, I have no words to describe the feeling. So we took a train from Jungfrau to Lindt, which also happens to be the most beautiful train station I've ever seen. After this journey, we changed trains to Grindelwald and from there to Interlaken. It was definitely the most memorable day and great end to our journey in Switzerland. But I am really looking forward to what's coming next, because we will be visiting the city of love and romance. Oui, oui, bonjour. But before that, here are some helpful tips for visiting Jungfraujoch. Do check the weather before and pick the clearest day to visit. Tickets are non-refundable and very expensive. Be absolutely sure of your travel before purchasing these tickets. Purchase them 1 to 2 days in advance. On a clear day, tickets can sell out, especially for the morning trains. Bring hats, gloves and lots of flares even in the summer. Wear sunscreen and don't forget your sunglasses. If you're still here, then let's talk about what you've been waiting for. That is, if Swiss Travel Pass is worth it. Based on my itinerary, I did a cost calculation and here's why I opted for a Swiss Travel Pass. I bought a 3-day travel pass which costed me around 250 euros and it included my travel from Zurich to Interlaken. If you choose to buy an individual ticket, it can cost you anywhere around 120 euros for the entire journey. With our Swiss travel passes, we had the advantage of traveling anywhere in the country without the hassle of buying any tickets. So we traveled to Grindelwald on day 1 and the tickets were included in our passes. So if you do not have a pass, then you can buy an individual ticket which will cost you anywhere around 10 to 20 euros. Since we were also visiting the Jungfrau area, our Swiss travel passes included the entire route except the final journey, which is from Lindt to the Jungfraujoch, in which I could also avail a 25% discount with my Swiss travel pass and it costed me around 147 euros. If you choose to buy an individual ticket, it can cost you anywhere around 250 euros plus seat reservation. So here were the reasons why I chose to opt for a Swiss travel pass. But in conclusion, it completely depends on your itinerary. If you are traveling to 1 or 2 cities, then buying individual tickets might be cheaper. But if your itinerary is just like me, where you are visiting multiple cities, then you should definitely go for a Swiss travel pass. Signing off, tata, bye bye.